The ice is melting and things are changing in the Arctic, but the cause of that is the way we live our lives much further south. So in a way, if you're going to change anything, you have to change, or at least think about the way we live. Tonight is the celebration of one of those kind of great pockets of creative energy that have been happening over the past year.
Let me get it right. What if we got it wrong?
One of the most famous writers we've ever engaged on the Cape Farewell expeditions, and there have been a few, is Ian McEwan. He reviewed all of the poems that came through, and he's on Skype here.
Okay, well, it's been a pleasure and a great fascination for me to be reading these poems for the Cape Farewell challenge. It has been, for me, a collegiate process of seeing fellow writers address the very, very difficult matter of taking a huge contested theme and turning it into poetry. Congratulations, all of you. It has been a real pleasure to read your poetry.
So there were 4 challenges. The first one used David BUCKLAND's image of a glacier with the slogan, "The Great White Sail," and I wanted poets to think about the issue of consumerism.
Our Great White Sail best bargains include $3 for a pair of blackest coal mining hearts, perfect for energy company galas. $5 for penguin and choking plastic bottle statues.
The second challenge used a piece called "The Skin You're Living In" by an artist called David Harradine, who dresses up in a polar bear suit, and I asked the young poets to think about migration and forced migration and to write a poem in the voice of an animal that had been forced to leave its home.
The Arctic Tern's Prayer. Tell the air to hold me in the rushing heart of it and keep its paths straight. Away from home, let there be a land that flows with fish and flies, and let it taste like it tasted at home.
The third challenge, Experiments in the Jungle, used, well, actually quite a few techniques that I use in my own work, so collage and this idea of gathering material and data. I asked them to think about the idea of cause and effect.
Twigs break, branches snap, trunks fall, laughter evaporates. I am the forest, and I cry.
The fourth challenge used an artwork from a project, it was called Ditty boxes. In the past, sailors that were sort of press ganged into going to sea and things, they were just given this tiny little box, and they had to keep all their keepsakes from home in that little box. And so I asked the poets to think about, if aliens landed in 100 years' time, what would they put in that little box to represent humanity?
Taken from the fridge, a child's drawing of a family holding hands, straw-haired, stick-armed, happy-faced. This is what we looked like.
I've read some of your work. I'm bowled over by it. It's very clear that you have a really good understanding of what climate change is all about. It's probably the most important issue that's facing our society today.
I can't take it. People dying, their hair, taking showers than they need, playing too much FIFA. Maybe if I recycled more, I'll make a little difference. Maybe if I had shorter showers, there would still be flowers. Our way of living can't stay the same.
It needs to end or the world will.